York Audio Dual Marshall Cab IR is the best rock and roll IR I have ever tried. Listen to this. Missed that one note, but doesn't matter. It's still a great sound. Now, that's only one key to great sound. We're using the Iridium Punch channel into a Flint Spring reverb, and in front of that we have the full tone OCD, rest in peace, full tone. But what's another part about rock tone? People don't think about this enough. Your pick choice, okay? We're gonna go through 3 different pick styles real quick. Listen to how different this is. This is a yellow pick, 73 millimeters from Dunlop. Much brighter, right? And you can see here, the strings are strong enough that they actually bend the pick. So if you're doing a lot of quick moving stuff, you can stay in time much better with a thinner pick than a thick pick. But also the sonic character, much more high end. Still have some low, but it's got a nice high end to it. A blue Tortex Dunlop, and it's got a little pointed edge on it. Now look the way that this is moving against the strings, right? The pick is not bending that much. So this pick is definitely telling the string where to go, but it does require more force. So it's gonna fatigue your hand quicker. But do you hear that attack though? It's much more like high mid. And then now the green pick, which is actually in between the yellow and the blue. You can see it does bend it a little bit, not as much as the yellow, but more than the blue. So it's a little. So all of those impart its own sonic characteristic, and they all work their way better for whether you're playing lead or rhythm or how fast you're playing. I mean, that is the most noticeable difference. Listen to how different that is. I hope you can see now, the pick choice is gonna have a huge impact on your tone, okay? Now let's go over pick angle and pick attack. A lot of times when you first start playing, you see, right? Obviously you want it angled, but you don't want the string telling you what to do. You don't want it saying, hey man, you go over us. Pick saying, no. I'm going through you, okay? I'm playing some rock and roll. You're bending to my will. This IR, it's so good. The other thing is the interplay between right hand and left hand when you're muting, right? So a lot of rock and roll, I'll see guys, they'll be playing and it'll be either ringing notes or muted. And that's cool because those are 2 things you do need to do. But the interplay between the right and the left hand, sustaining, muting, and the interplay between those 2, creating rhythm and syncopation. A way to practice that is to create a riff on your own. because all great guitar riffs came from this kind of interplay between the right and left hand working to create tension, resolve tension, create movement, create different textures, okay? And that's what you're going to be doing with your right hand and your left hand with this IR. On Van Halen's Panama, right? Right? That's all release, tension, letting notes ring out, creating syncopation and rhythm through that choice, right? That is rock and roll, right? And the important part of that, yes, you have to get the notes right, but it's the inflections. And the reason it works, the reason it's such a great rock and roll riff is because he's creating movement and tension through his muting, through his pick attack, and through the resolving of it. And then when it gets into the main section, he does it again. Da, 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 da. Right? So he's creating this syncopation, this rhythm that resolves by the end of the riff. So when you start writing your own rock riffs, which I recommend everyone should do when they play guitar, you should always try to write just like one fun riff a day. Where's the tension coming from? Where are you taking the listener? Are you letting it resolve? Are you making it enjoyable? Half of getting a good rock tone, though, is having the right IR, which is why I like this York Audio IR. If you want to check out the other York Audio IRs, there's a playlist here. Check it out.